Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and I've been playing a game that a lot of people told me that I should never play. And the thing about this game is, I've heard all the horror stories. You don't need to warn me. You don't need to try to protect me. But guess what? It's been a lot of time since all of those quote-unquote horror stories, and I have a little bit of a belief about those quote-unquote horror stories. And spoiler alert, basically my belief is that Blizzard and Activision done messed up, but in the world of mobile gaming, they did exactly what is totally normal. So why is everybody mad? Well, everybody's mad because the same reason why the algorithm fails in YouTube when you try to switch games, which is what I'm trying to do, it's because your audience isn't this kind of audience, okay? Mobile gaming and Diablo are not a thing that go hand in hand, generally speaking. People are not used to all of the crazy amounts of money that you're expecting them to spend. And let's be honest, most people, if you give them a chance to not have to play the game to be powerful, they're gonna take it. And so they feel like they have to spend and spend and spend and spend, and then they end up broke and unhappy, and they end up quitting because they can't keep up. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We can play it a different way. We can do it a different way. And the different way is that we're not gonna spend any money. We're not gonna spend a dime. Now, my plan for this game is I'm gonna explore it. I'm gonna play the game because I love Diablo, and I'm gonna get the most out of the game that I possibly can get without spending even one of these 99-cent packs. And you know what I'm gonna do? When I get the feeling that this game has gone too far and I just can't progress without paying, I will quit playing. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I feel like this game has gone so far in the past that it's not worth the money any longer. However, I have heard there's been a lot of improvements made to make free-to-play a little bit more friendly for you, and I have yet to explore all of that. I'm going in blind. I can't trust people's opinions on this game. I can't trust them. I need to make up my own mind. So first, I want to go over what this game actually has to offer and what I've been enjoying about the game, because that's all I care about is what I like. I don't care what other people are telling me to like. Right now, I'm really liking the game, and I'm going to keep playing it because of a few reasons. Number one, the skills that I've been seeing have been very fun to use. Now, I was worried about playing Demon Hunter because Demon Hunter was probably my favorite class in Diablo 3, and we've got a lot of the same abilities. Now, there's not every single ability that I had available on Diablo 3, but there are also some new ones, and there are some favorites of the people. You may notice I'm moving around here with a mouse. Guess what? I hate moving around with a mouse. I really don't like it. And that's why it's great that when you're on PC, you can just plug in a controller, and now I'm instantly playing on a controller exactly how I want to be playing, and it works great. So, the very best part about this game for me so far is that the combat is super fun. The reason the combat is super fun is because my abilities feel powerful, and there's a whole lot of enemies that I get to kill all at once, and I think that's a great thing. Now, I have a lot to learn about the game. I don't know everything there is to know. I know that the progression gets to slow down after a while when they're trying to get you to spend money. I'm aware of all of that, and I'm prepared, but for right now, man, the combat is super fun. Just like any other Diablo game, you're just gonna run up to your enemies. Maybe I'll put down some of my turrets and let my turrets do it. I could do that. That ain't how I do it, but I could do that. Actually, I don't really like using the turrets. I just got a legendary that makes them good. Maybe I want to vault over here, and then surprise, I'm pushing them, and then I got this going on. Boom, bam, I'm playing Diablo, ladies and gentlemen. That's basically the end of the story. This game is a very high action Diablo game. The abilities are fun, the combat is fun, you get huge massacres, it's really great. And let's be honest, if you're playing a mobile Diablo game, you're probably just looking for a quick hit of dopamine. This guy wants to be in a party. Unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen because I'm making a video. But there is more to a Diablo game than just doing a bunch of abilities and killing a bunch of monsters, right? Well, I mean, kinda. Kinda there is. There's also the story mode. Guess what, guys? The story mode is actually good. It's actually pretty good. Now, the combat has been so good that there have been times where I actually skip the story, and I never do that. But it ain't because the story's bad, it's because the combat is so fun that I just want to get back in to fighting monsters. I especially love the move that just failed, which is my little grapple hook there on my Demon Hunter. Ooh, child. Now, of course, they've got the moves that you're always used to. Corpse Lance on Necromancers, your Sentries on your Demon Hunter, your Strafe ability on Demon Hunter, a lot of people will remember. You get a lot of that good stuff. So if you enjoyed Diablo 3 at all, I think that you stand a chance of getting a lot of free fun here. And I think that the mindset going in is going to be the most important thing. So if you're expecting this game to be your new lifestyle game, and you're going to grind it 8 hours a day, and you're just going to play and play and play and play and play, it's probably not going to be the game for you. Unless you're running multiple characters, and then maybe you'll be fine. But realistically, there are some limitations on grinding on this game, and it's meant to be a phone game. So if you think of it as a console Diablo game, that's where you're going to be disappointed. If you want to log on and do an hour or two of really fun grinding and have a good time, I think it's going to be a really perfect game for a lot of people. So some of the limitations that I have heard of are limitations on your legendary drops. You can only get up to 6 of them a day from what I've heard on the internet. That's not me vetting that information. That's just what I heard on the internet. Like I said, I feel like I can't trust everybody's opinions on this game right now because a lot of people made up their mind a long time ago without ever having played the game. So what I've heard on the internet is 6 legendaries, and that's not a lot if you're used to farming. That's just not that many to get per day. Of course, you can pay extra money and you can get more per day. So that's where if you feel like you need to be the best instantly, this is not the game for you. It's not going to be fun. You're going to feel like the paywall is too much, and you shouldn't do it. I don't feel that way. I have absolutely no desire to even be at the top, especially when the top is achieved by a paywall. So for me, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. Now, I believe there's also a bounty system here, like we've had in other Diablos. And of course, you can do your bounties every day, but you are limited to the bounties that you can do every day. It's not like the console ones where you can just keep farming. So I think the timing is right for this game because by the time you get annoyed with all of the limitations that it gives you, we're all going to be playing Diablo 4, baby. It ain't gonna matter at all. And that's what I'm doing with this game, is bridging the gap. Now maybe I'll hit the wall early and then there'll still be time left. Maybe I'll just switch to a different Diablo game. Honestly, it doesn't matter. What does matter is that this game is free and it's fun, and I'm gonna steal all the fun I can for free. That's it. So when I can afford to actually do so in the game, I'm gonna be making a guild. Now, I don't know if that's something that is paid only, and if it is, I don't know. Maybe we'll just join a guild. Like I said, I'm not really interested in spending money in this game. I wanna get as much as I can out of it for free. I could see building a community as being fun though. And community is one of the things that I think is gonna really make this game fun. So if you're one of the people in my community that likes the stuff I do and likes to hang out with me, we can be in groups in here. There's even a thing called a warband, which is a set of people that tend to group together often, and those people in the warband can get buffs from being in groups with their warband. That's my understanding of the system so far, and I'm sure it's a lot more detailed than that, and we're gonna get into it and do a bunch of research and learn everything we can learn and make a specific video about that. But the important thing to note is that group play is very important in this game, and the social aspect is probably what's going to keep it fun for a lot of people. And you're part of a community because you're watching this video, and I'm sure that means you're on my Discord, and I'm sure that means you like all the people that have been around anyway, because we have a great community on my Discord, and I'm sure at least a handful of them are going to be playing this game. Some of the celebrities are already doing so, such as Snagga himself. Now this has all of the trappings that you're used to with your conduit shrines just blowing people up. It's got your regular abilities that we talked about before, but it also has a little ultimate mode, which for me is going to be on my X button. I'm going to go find a group of people to absolutely myrtleize with that. Alright, so we got ourselves a big group of enemies here, and we're going to activate our ultimate, and then our basic attacks become a giant spread shot of doom, absolutely demolishing everybody. So that's a fun little feature that you don't always see in these games, and I think it's pretty cool. So far I have played the Necromancer and the Demon Hunter, and they have both had those abilities. So I assume that everybody's kind of works the same in that it makes your basic attacks really strong, and it's really good for doing AoE damage in general, but maybe it's good against bosses too. I haven't been able to test it quite enough. And you got your elite mobs just like you would any other time. The only limitation is back in the day you were hoping for a legendary to drop from those. They still do. But like I said, it is somewhat limited, but you do get to see your elites on the map, and you can see those little blueberries up in there, and we just grind them, baby. We just grind it. Now, one of the things that is not time gated is that there are drops that come from just killing random monsters, and you can go and turn those into a bestiary, and that gives you an infinite amount of experience that you can gain over and over again. So if you like to just play and farm, you can just play and farm, and that's going to help you get Paragon levels, and it's going to help you get to level 60. It seems like there's an experience event going on right now that gives you a little bit of a bonus, so leveling up has been all too easy for me so far. You might be interested to know what options are available to you should you try to play the game, and I suggest that you do try it out. It's literally free. Guys, It's free. You don't have to spend any money. You may as well try it out. This game, as far as I understand it, was made by a third-party developer, and they used a bunch of assets that came directly from Diablo 3, so you're gonna get a lot of stuff that came from Diablo 3. You got the Barbarian, the Wizard, the Demon Hunter, the Monk, the Crusader, and the Necromancer. And all of these have familiar abilities to you. Some of them are gonna be a little bit different, so I hope that you'll come and check the game out with me. I have decided that I need to find a focus for the channel, and man, I love Diablo, so I feel like why not make that the focus, right? So I encourage all of my mobile gaming fans to give this game a shot. Don't spend any money on it. We're gonna stop playing it as soon as Diablo 4 comes out, and that's only a couple of months away. So really, we're just bridging the gap here. Don't spend any money, but do come play with us. I think we're gonna have a really good time, and it's free! So don't listen to everybody else on the internet. Just try it for yourself, man. You're gonna find out that you actually like it, or maybe you don't, and you're gonna be able to trust your own opinion, rather than people like me who are just spouting off about things that we believe. So for now, I want to thank you for watching. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.